You come from dancing on the roof for 3 straight days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ukiingia nyumbani unatembea kama baby giraffe. You can hardly find your ID. But it's a good thing. And you have to be fit and show up and be courageous and not fear anything. So lastly, I want to welcome all of you to Meru. Yes, all of you to Meru. This thing called mentorship happens in very funny ways. There's no class where you say that now the mentorship class has started. You just observe how people deal with issues, how they express themselves, and you better yourself over and over. So, Python, umebakisha pesa ngapi ndio usifungiwe hapa? Ona sasa. Tumefunza hapa watu lakini hawasikii. Tumesema ukipewa mic umebakisha ngapi? Uko na ngapi? So balance ni 180. Haya, hiyo nitakupatia. Wacha tufungie hapo. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. To yourselves. Allow data to lead you. Usijidanganye. Put credible pollsters to tell you what your situation is. Because at the end of the day, you can lie to everyone, but you can't lie to yourself. So, tumewaita, si tumemaliza poll yetu. Tumewaita, tumwambia kujeni, walikuwa 3. Nikamwambia, my science is showing you, uko na 30%, huyu jamaa mwingine ako na 15%, wewe uko na 10. Sifuna hiyo yako ni gushi bana. Siwezi kubali, acha kuonyesha yangu hii imetoka jana hii yangu hii. Kila mtu akitoa yake inamuonyesha yeye ndio number 1, huyu jamaa next 2, ule next 3. Jamaa figures bandia hizi, acha nikuonyeshe zangu. Ule wa 3 sasa anatoa zake. Unaona? And I'm telling you, because we as a party wanted to be told the truth, we never influenced the pollsters. And I am happy because every single time, when we decided that the data supports giving Simiyu the ticket, and we gave the ticket, we never lost. We never lost. We gave direct tickets in 2022 as well. I am one of the beneficiaries, so people will say, oh, you are biased. But I think 99% of every single person in ODM who got a direct ticket won their election. Kuna kijana moja tu hapa kumbe anajua. Mambo ni mdomo tu, alipewa ticket ya ODM direct na akaanguka nayo. Bure sana hiyo mtu. Lakini ukimsikia akiongea unaweza fikiria yeye ndio ground na ground ni yeye. Huyo anamjua atawaambia. So political parties have those decisions to make. There are very many balances to make. And sometimes the people who come late, you see, it's not that they come late. That is the law. You told me the IBC was here. They have given you timelines on when people in public service are required to quit and then come and express interest. Because Baba used to say, you know, a political party is like a church. Haufungangi mlango. Those siku hizi lazima ufunge, nasikia wanaiba maspika nini. But ufungi mtu nje. Let people come. Let us agree on a formula. Let us agree on a formula that everybody is comfortable with. But I'm telling you, no politician ever accepts the outcome of a process that does not end up with him on top or her. Inakuwaga tu hivyo. So we have tried to balance it. Many of our tickets in 2022 were determined using scientific polling, and we were proven right at the ballot. And then there was party primaries in select areas where the competition was too close to call. In fact, we had agreed that if the margin of error or difference was less than 5%, you guys have to go to primaries. But I want to make this assurance here, because I have been a victim. I have been a victim of a flawed process in 2017 when I was running for MP of Kandui in Shags. I was running against the sitting assembly speaker in Bungoma. And I had no money. In all honesty, I had no money. On the day the ballot papers arrived, sasa sisi ati tumekuja kama aspirants sisi wote tuna escort ballots zikigawanywa kwa polling centers. Jamaa moja sitamtaja juu ni rafiki yangu siku hizi. Anza wewe Sifuna, mimi sijaona mtu mjinga kama wewe. Yaani umekaa tu kwa hii gari unazindikisha ballots. Si useme uko na ngapi tukuachie ballots uende nazo zitu tunasema zilifika. Kaambia boss sasa mnataka pesa ngapi? I think he asked me for like $500,000 shillings like me sina. Wacha tu tusindikishe ballots. Haya. Kura zikapigwa. I remember, you know, one of the arguments ODM used to make in the Supreme Court is that because we have 6 elections in one day, everybody is given 6 ballots. So all the ballots for all the positions must tally. That's what we used to say in the Supreme Court. Now, in this nomination in Kandui, we're also doing nominations for, I think, most of the areas were like 3 positions, MP, MCA, and maybe women rep. So, in one of the strongest polling stations for one of my opponents, MP, kura yenye alishinda nayo, ilikuwa 2,300 votes. There about 2,300 votes. Ya MCA ilikuwa 200. Sasa mimi si ni wakili, najua sheria, nimesikia hiyo argument. Sisi wenyewe tukumeka huko Supreme Court. Baada ya kutangazwa nimeshindwa, hadi nimekuja Nairobi na hiyo argument. Nimeprepare petition yangu kabisa inakaa kama ya Supreme Court. Ndakuta wadozi wa chama hapo wananiambia wewe Sifuna, unajua once somebody is announced, the focus of the party is in reconciliation and seeing how you can work together to deliver this seat. It could have been you, it could have been them. Hiyo uchungu mtu anasikianga. Mtu anasikianga uchungu ingine unasema wacha niachane tu na hizi vitu. I went back to work as a lawyer. I was just sitting in my law firm, nafanyia watu hizi kesi za PPDT, napata kakitu at least na naponyesha mfuko tena. Nilikuwa nimekaa tu hapo, wenyewe tena wakanipigia. Sifuna, tunajua tulikufanyia ile kitu Kandui, lakini kuna mtu pia hapa Nairobi tulipea ticket ya Senate na hatuoni akitoboa against Sakaja. So after nifanyiwe ile kitu huko Kandui, nikakuja nikafanyia mtu ile kitu hapa Nairobi. Huyo jamaa alikuwa amepewa direct ticket ya Senate ya 2017 na alipewa na Raila mwenyewe. Paka kuna clips ilikuwa live kwa Citizen akichukua hiyo certificate. Akaambiwa wewe boss. Ulikuwa umeweka wapi? kuja nayo. And that is how I became the Senate candidate for ODM in 2017. Pigwa kiatu huko, pia mimi nikakuja kapiga mtu mwingine kiatu hapa. Hiyo ndio maisha. Sasa utakao ukilia mpaka siku gani? Mnanielewa nyi watu? Mkae ngumu bana. So these political parties have processes and they are not perfect, but what I want to assure you is that as a generation of leaders, we want to perfect that system. We want a fair system. It's easier, by the way, for even your opponents to support you, even if they've lost a ticket, if they see that the process was fair. So we are hoping that in the new vehicle, we have learned a lot of things from our previous experience in other political parties. We want to pick the good so that we can make it better, but the bad manners has to be left behind, because as a generation, I feel that the country wants to see something different. Sindio? Haya, mimi nimemaliza. Nataka tuite aspirants hapa. Kuna mic ingine? Kuja bana. Huyo aspirant kwanza huyo amevaa kofia. Kuja wewe uko na nini ya blue, blazer ya blue. Wewe tu. Unafikiria ni nani mwingine? Acha tuone kama amesikia ile vitu tumezewa hapa. Sasa poa. Tunataka kuingiza watu box. Mheshimiwa, twende kazi.
So vijana oye. Vijana ria. Vijana tibib. Haya, so sisi ndio Sifuna. Na nikisema bag ni ya nini, mnasema bag ni ya Sifuna. Sawa? Bag ni ya nini? Sawa, let me just go straight to my takeaways. Ya kwanza ni invest in strategic relationship yenye nimepata. Ingine, hiyo kwanza imeniguza. I was in Homa Bay, and as a woman, to come more vulnerable when it comes to security. So tighten your security as a political aspirant. Sawa sawa. And then you stay strong and move on. Kwa sababu you can't be there tunajirumia woshe. As a politician, inakubidi ukue strong. Whatever comes, you just find a way ya kumanuva. And I'm vying for women rep, Siaya County. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Sasa, hata hujatuambia jina yako ni nani? Hiyo ndio unafaa uanze naye. Unaona hii assume hawa ni watu wa Siaya. Anza na unasema jina yako kwanza.
Kwa majina ni Sibor, like jina ya ground, it's Sibor. Jina ya kukampaign.
Uko ground wewe?
Yes, niko
ground. Hapa ni ground. Usitu explainie wewe omba kura.
Sawa, Mama County, Mary Apondi Atieno, Siaya County, na waomba kura kwa sababu na jiamini na niko na ukweli kuwa mnaona Siaya County inahitaji uongozi bora, haswa sana kwa youth na vulnerable ambayo ni maybe watu na disability na wasichana wadogo. Sasa mimi nitahakikisha nimewaweka vizuri venye inatakikana, nimeleta maendeleo na uadilifu katika Siaya County. Asante.
Asante. Haya. Simama tu hapa. Nipatie hii. Kama huyu women rep amekuingiza box, inua mkono. Unaona? Umeona? Haya, unaweza kuketi. Nani amebaki? We do one more. Kuja boss. Uko nyuma. Kuja yule amevaa red pia. Ndio tuweze kumaliza hii exercise. Unajiamini bro?
Vijana oye, vijana power, vijana TBIM. Kwa majina mimi naitwa Don Carlos. Mimi nasimamia kiti cha MCA Kasarani Ward. Mnanipata kweli? Nasimamia kiti cha MCA Kasarani Ward. Na tumeambiwa kuwa ati kuna wazee wako hapa wanatuambia ati huko ni kwa wenyewe. Tumekuja kuambia kama vijana that it is time for us to enter power. Ile mambo ilifanyika June 25th. Si mnakumbuka a few years ago tulikuwa tunaambiwa hawa vijana ndio viongozi wa nini? Hawa vijana ndio viongozi wa nini? Sasa hawa vijana wa viongozi wa kesho ndio hawa sasa. Si ndio? Ndio maana tunainuka tuingie katika hizi viti. Vijana power, vijana TBIM. Mtanipigia kura kweli? Tutaingiza vijana kwa hizi viti kweli? Tafadhali mimi ninaomba kuwa sisi ni vijana muweze kunisupport, na hawa wazee mkiwasikia wanasema ati bado wataingia, waambie kuna kijana ameinuka anaitwa nani? Kijana anaitwa nani? Kura kwa nani? Kura kwa nani? Na mambo ni nini?
Asante. Umeanza kupitisha muda ambaye tulikuwa tumekubaliana. Si unaona wenzako hapo? Wangapi wameingizwa box na Don Carlos? At least unaona hawa watu wanajua. Pair next.
Comrade power. Mimi naitwa Asigo Dundo, aspirant MP Westland constituency. Sisi kama vijana, changamoto yetu kubwa ni kukosa kazi, na sababu ya kukosa kazi imeingisha vijana wengi Nairobi kwa crime na drug abuse. So sababu ya hii crime, wengi wamekufa na wengi wamefungwa jela. So opportunity yenye tumeona ni sisi wenyewe tujiajiri kupitia hizi youth groups, tuweze kucreate employment, to save life ya vijana wenzangu. Take point yenye nimepata leo ni taking advantage of this opportunity. So His Excellency, leo nilikuwa nimekuja kama nimejipanga na plani yetu ya kutengeneza kazi Westlands constituency. Asanteni.
Asante sana. Thank you very much. Haya. Wale wameingizwa box naye? Leo tulisema ni real, si ndio? Sasa mtanisamea hiyo queue tunaenda kukata. Kwa sababu we also wanted an opportunity for people to ask questions and we only have 15 minutes. So this was just an exercise that we wanted to demonstrate that mumeelewa ile kitu tumekuwa tukisema hapa. Most of them hawajasikia hii issue ya time.
Vijana oye! Vijana power! Vijana tibim! Majina ni Victor Okelo, nasimama MP kule Lang'ata. Na mimi nimesimama kwa sababu sisi kama vijana tumechoka kutumiwa kama goons. Haimaanishi mtu lazima afe mahali ati ndio watoto wakule. Ama mtu afe mahali ndio wewe uweze kuvaa vizuri. Mimi kama kijana, young aspirant, tumejitokeza, tumenyane na hawa mabwenyanya ambao wamekuwa kitutumia na kutudanganya kila siku. Na kwa sababu ya hayo, ninasema mkinichagua kule bungeni, hii mambo ya elimu, tutaweza kuleta mswada, tulete consolidated fund, ili masomo iwe bure kwa kila mtoto, kila pembe lote la Kenya. Hii mambo ya basari ya kupeana kwa kujua na kutojuana, itukomeshe kabisa. Vijana power, vijana tibim, mtanipigia kura. Asanteni sana.
Haya, naomba kujua wale wameingizwa box na amejaribu. Haya, wa mwisho tulidiscuss issue inaitwa discipline. Nani huyo? A lady. Haya, please. We spoke about discipline of aspirants. This is how it manifests itself. Can we have the one lady? Alafu huyu alikuwa shafika. Haya, naomba wengine tuketi. You will get an opportunity maybe to ask a question or something like that.
Harambe. Pandei harambe. Nani tunapeleka Sugoi? Jina langu naitwa Beth Wanjiko. Wanjiko Beth ndio jina la ballots. Mumeshika hapo? Ninawania kiti cha MCA Kiamaina Ward, Bahati Sub-County, Nakuru County. Na hapa tuko na 5 sub-locations. Na hizo sub-locations zote ziko different. Kwa Waka sub-location, shida yetu ni lighting, street lighting. Kwa Getuamba, shida yetu ni bursaries. Mimi kama Wanjiko, na ninajiita your servant MCA, Wanjiko ambaye ni the people. Ama hamjui hiyo, Wanjiko ni the people. Mimi kama Wanjiko nitaleta bursaries on need-based basis. Hakuna kujuana, hakuna connections. Bursaries itaenda kwa the ones deserving cases. Mtanipea kura? Pande hii mtanipea kura? Asante.
Asante Wanjiku. Kama umeingizwa box na amejaribu, mjue hii ni first time bana. Msiweke standard juu sana. Wengine hapo wanakataa kuinua mkono na nikikuita hapa pia wewe utakwama. Haya boss, dakika moja.
Vijana oye! Vijana oye! Vijana mpo! All protocols established. I greet you, good afternoon. My name is Amolo Gabriel Menya, natoka South B. I'm coming here on a different mandate, the National Youth Council. Nani amesikia kuhusu National Youth Council? Ainue mkono. NYC, ndio hiyo sasa, shukran sana. Itakuwa this time. Usikuwe na wasiwasi, itakuwa this time. So, vile His Excellency said, patience. I'm biding my time, bado siendei national seat, but when my time come, nitasimama. But in the meantime, I want to say that we have to ensure kuna policy voice. We have to make sure that all the policies that we pass, ziko na sauti ya kijana, kuna youth empowerment. We have to make sure that we register youths and make sure that they get enough funding to run their affairs. Nitasema tu hayo kwa sasa, but all I'm saying is, Amolo Menya tosha. Amolo Menya? Amolo Menya? Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki, Mungu abariki Kenya.
Asante. Muwapigie makofi wale wote ambao wamekuja hapa. Sasa hii mic tunataka ikuwe roving mic. Yes. I will take questions. We have maybe 10 more minutes. We can squeeze in 3 minutes, three questions in that period of time. If there's something as an aspirant you feel you want to hear or to know from me. Swali, sio kampeni imeisha. Tuanzie pale.
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, the 6th President of the Republic of Kenya, Edwin Sifuna. I want to be very straight because you've told us to go straight to the point and take the opportunity. This is it. I'm Linda Mwananchi, member number 135. I know by law of nature you are number 1. I just want to ask on behalf of the young people who are seated here, and we've just heard about the National Youth Council. Because as young people, we believe that you are going to be the 6th president and you're going to form the next government. How, this is my question, how inclusive is going to be your government in as far as youth affairs is concerned? And I'm asking this question because I know we have been having issues of youth inclusion every time people come to speak to us as young people. But I want you to tell us how inclusive is the government gonna be. Finally, I have been dreaming of speaking before a president. And here I am speaking before the next president. This is an opportunity for me. And I just want to make a request to take a portrait photo. I'm going to do that portrait in my house so that when my children will be looking at the TV and see the President Edwin Sifuna, they can look at the portrait and see that their father once met the president. Thank you so much.
Let's move the mic to the middle there. There's a gentleman there. Then we'll take one and then one final one here. You are here on stage. You can't raise your hand.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'm also happy to have met my 6th president today. And my question is, Your Excellency, please tell us about Linda Mwananchi Party, when we shall have the party ready, and the membership, how we will be. Will there be discrimination in the party? Because other parties, we have had a lot of discrimination. Thank you.
Okay, there was a neighbor there with the kofia. Yes, please. And please, let's keep it brief, kindly.
Yes, His Excellency Edwin Sifuna, our 6th president. If God will so, we accept. Mine is brief. As we are aspirants here, we have aspirants from MCA, Member of Parliament, senators, governors, and maybe we have a president. I'm saying from where we are sitting here. Kindly, excuse me, brother. So I've had many MCAs and who are vying. They are bringing manifestos, and even member of parliaments are bringing manifestos. Even a senator bringing manifestos and governors bringing manifestos. Your Excellency, from where you are, your experience and exposure in this governance system, do you mind organizing for us a brief workshop as young aspirants of this nation to guide us on what to be precise with as an aspirant from my position as a member of county of what I'm going to do and what I'm supposed to tell voters to avoid. Juwe mwenyewe umesema hatutaki uongozi wa uongo na tumerealize uongo unaanzia kwa ground wakati wa campaign. Mimi ni MCA nasema nitajenga hospitali. Hospitali inatoa wapi?
Asante. Aya. That side, yes, that one.
Your Excellency, HE, my name is Daniel Nyerere, aspirant in Imara Daima Ward in Embakasi South. Your Excellency, my question is very simple regarding the party that is Linda Mwananchi. We want you to assure us, please give us a surety and not the surety we used to receive in ODM. Please give us a surety that you're going to do free and fair nomination, and especially you are going to consider the young people in that party. Thank you, sir.
I think we can answer this for, then we'll do one more round. I can hear the ladies screaming here about gender balance, and inclusion is a big issue. Now, first of all, there's a question about how inclusive government is going to be. First, you have to look at the movements that form government and ask how inclusive those movements are. Because it is impossible sometimes to expect that people will pick up good habits when they didn't have them before they had power. We have created a platform. Actually, this platform has been created by young people. And I tell people that this movement belongs to you, to young people. I might just be like, I don't know what I can say, but this movement is really not about Sifuna. There is something that the young people, and especially the sense that I get, that people are yearning for something different. And that is why they support this movement. People are used to old traditional ways of doing politics. Sometimes those of you who have come to my office, I get very upset when somebody comes to my office saying, I had this idea and I wanted to know if I can go ahead with it. I'm just like, what? Because we were used to this top-down, where even if you had an idea that, like, uko in the village in Igembe, Jameni, what do I know more than you? You are the one who's on the ground there. If you wanted to start a Linda Mwananchi office, why would you travel all the way from Igembe saying ati sikuwa nataka usikie alafu ukasirike? I'm like, what? That's not who we are. We are a movement that is led by the people themselves. People have ideas. Like this guy is saying he's member number 130 something. I didn't even know there was serialization of members in Linda Mwananchi. But that is the sort of initiative we want. I have seen people calling themselves mimi ni youth leader wa Linda Mwananchi. I see people opening offices. That's the sort of movement and initiative that we are. Hii maneno ya ati lazima upewe permission. Kuingia Linda Mwananchi hakuna application na hakuna permission. If you have an idea that you think pushes the movement forward, I think you should run with it. So look at our team and see just the sheer number of young people that are in Linda Mwananchi. Then you will see how inclusive the government is going to be. Of course, when we started, there was a call that when people see the front picture here, when we are standing there, they don't see enough women, you know? And there's a reason. You see, like the lady from Siaya who spoke here, if there's risk of political violence to us as men, for them it's like 10 times. It's like 10 times. And you have to be deliberate to make sure that these people are safe. You know, there's a friend of mine who's running for office in Bungoma County. She's called Agneta. She was hurt very badly, by the way. Even as we speak, she's still in hospital. And in Homa Bay, that is. And therefore, in the initial days, there's all sorts of threats and disadvantages that women have that you will not see them in those public podiums, you know. I have friends in the Senate, for instance, who are nominated ladies, nominated senators. After they saw what happened to Gloria Oruoba, that you can actually be kicked out from that nominated seat for disagreeing with your party, many of them are very afraid to come out and say, I am going to Linda Mwananchi rally. Because our politics has also become very petty. People have paid actual prices for supporting Linda Mwananchi. All of my allies, before they came for me to strip me of SG and Naibu Kiranja, those things I used to say, they had taken people from committee chairmanships, from committees, they had stripped them of everything. So they see that, especially, it's very easy to blackmail the women leaders who are nominated. So they are very afraid. So sometimes people say, oh, Sifuna, we don't see enough women on the stage. Even just women accessing a political stage, it's crazy. We have really tried, I'm telling you. We have tried all sorts of things. But the indiscipline, especially amongst us, as the leaders and the aspirants, male aspirants, the security team is only concerned about the person who they brought. So you will find like there's a squabble there, but it's just our people pushing each other. So the woman is like, how am I going to get on that stage? It's very difficult. But as Linda Mwananchi, we have resolved to be very deliberate to ensure that we create a platform that is safe for everyone and is as inclusive as possible. But for the young people, I think you are the greatest stakeholders of this movement, and of course, it will be reflected in the government that we will form. There will be no discrimination in the party that we will be going to, because the Constitution requires that a party is reflective of the national face, or has a face that is national. And you can look at our histories, you know. Leopards don't change their spots, they say. You can actually look at the history of the leadership in Linda Mwananchi and see that it is a diverse leadership and that nobody will be discriminated against. As we speak, our lawyers are in the Political Parties Disputes Tribunal because we took the registrar to court to say that we do not believe that he has reasons to deny us the name. But I want to be clear here. What we are fighting for is not a party. We have parties. We are fighting for our brand, our name. So what we will do, because somebody asked whether the party is ready, we have many, many options because this Kasongo thinks he's dealing with children. And I said in Kakamega that we are students of Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga had plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, mpaka Z. Kwani tulilala class? Sasa jamaa wanasemanga akifunga mlango tunaingia na dirisha. So nyinyi kaeni mkijua chama ziko tunataka brand yetu because we have built this thing. You guys have worked so hard to build Linda Mwananchi. People have lost their lives bana because of Linda Mwananchi. We want the registrar to give us our name and we will brand it on whatever party that we choose out of the ones that we have. Then there was a question on manifestos. First, as an aspirant, please understand the constitutional role of the office you are looking for. Some of the people who spoke here, I will not mention their names, appear not to know the roles and the functions of the office to which you are running. And it is very, very critical because that informs what you are going to say to the people to be able to do what? Kuwaingiza box. So, if you are running for Senate, for instance, I see the person who wants to take my seat is somewhere here. And Babu. Yeah, you must understand what the role of a Senate is. You must familiarize yourself with the Constitution, Article 96, Articles 94, and the role of Parliament. We basically have 3 roles. So you speak to those roles. You are the representatives, a representative of the people. Are you able to represent people? You represent them on every single platform that you get, on the floor, on TV, in the rallies. You're speaking about their issues because as a leader, you have a way of amplifying people's concerns. When somebody in the villages there speaks, it's not the same as an elected representative saying. So, first of all, have a network that allows feedback to come to you on the ground, and then be able to articulate that. And if I had not found myself in this situation that I found myself, my plan was to go back to the people of Nairobi and ask them, have I represented you? Number 2, you are a legislator. You're supposed to come up with creative solutions to some of our problems. Now, sometimes I feel like in Bunge there, and even some of the aspirants have spoken here, that there's a pressure for you to say, oh, nitaleta muswada. We don't have a shortage of laws in this country. And the quantity of laws is not the measure of a successful legislator. It's about the quality. You can just do one amendment that will solve problems. I'm very proud of one of my colleague senators, Crystal Asige, who brought an amendment to the Persons with Disabilities Act for tax exemption to parents and guardians of children with disabilities. The impact is major on those people. But, of course, we are now grappling with government to be able to pass the regulations, to be able to bring that into force. But we want impactful legislation. Sio kuleta tu bill kwa sababu umeleta bill. Some of the bills I've seen in the Senate there, it's just about creating authorities, and they all sound the same. We want real solutions to actual problems. And that is what you as a legislator should look for. If you are going to the National Assembly, identify, even if it is just one gap in the law, and when you solve or close that gap, it has the impact to your people, you are successful as a legislator. Then, of course, there is the oversight of national government institutions and the county governments as well. You people have followed our conversations in the Senate. You can gauge, and if you vote in Nairobi, then I can ask you as well if you think that I have done my job as an oversighter in Nairobi. There are others who think that that we should physically beat up governors. Because the frustration is so much. Even us there in the Senate, sometimes the tools that we are given, you can summon a governor, anakataa kuja, you depend on the Inspector General of Police to arrest them and bring them, they don't. And then siku moja nimekaa kwa Senate, naona jamaa mwenye tuko na arrest warrant yake anapiga IG hapo nje. Ako TikTok mbele hapo nje tu, nikasema hii na is too much. We mzee, unajua tunakungojea na unakuja kupiga TikTok mbele ya bunge, so kulikuwa na patashika kidogo hapo, but that is not ordinarily what should happen. So yes, understand the role. And when you hear some of us talking strongly about constitutionalism, because when you are elected president, for instance, there is an oath of office that you take. You are the foremost, or at least you're supposed to be the foremost defender of that constitution, not the foremost violator of the constitution. Ndio maana tunataka huyu Kasongo akanyage akiendanga. Daniel, you said you're vying in Imara Daima, and you want me to assure you. I like your choice of phrase. My brother, in this life, there are no assurances. No. Tuende tu pole pole, tutaelewana. Can you assure me that you will be awake tomorrow? You can't. You can't assure me that you will wake up tomorrow. Tuanze tuna hiyo basic. What we have discussed here is that we want to put in place a fair process. A fair process where you can feel that you actually have an opportunity to compete. Now, but what is fairness? You know, I've given you my example in Kandui, for instance. The